Hello there, everybody. Your Lord and Savior is back here for another podcast. Good days to everyone here. And today, guess what, Freeple? We have ourselves a guest, the legendary, the awe inspiring, the greenish red dragon of death and destruction, Draco.
What's up, everyone? Glad to be here. I'm going to talk your ears off about anime. No,
That.
you cannot leave. I don't care if you wanted to get a snack. It's time to start. Sit your ass down.
Yes, exactly. You're gonna get that popcorn, get your drinks, get all that good shit ready, because we are going to dive into another category of anime today. Not like the normal ones we usually do, but it is what it is. And also, y'all should check out the podcast for Draco's group, also known as Project Uwu. I believe they stream what, every Sunday or some shit like that.
Every Sunday, we stream for 2 hours about a different anime each week, and it's not like a very
Are you?
serious breaking down of characters, analyzing every little message. No, we go in, like regular people, we watch, we get together, then we talk a lot of mad shit about it, or we praise it, depending on how it goes.
Word, word. All that good shit. That's definitely something y'all should look into. There's a lot more physics happening over there. Not gonna lie, it's hilarious, and there's a lot more chaotics because there's more people. Yeah, just got me, the lovable me, just
Yeah,
by myself
yeah.
usually.
When you got five people who most likely are all on the spectrum trying to talk at once, the conversation goes all over the place.
I have noticed. I've noticed that very well. So, usually, this is why me personally, by myself, I tend to organize. I get a bunch of categories together. It's in I go through them one at a time up until the time frame just hits by itself. Sometimes I go over the time because a lot to talk about and stuff. But who knows how long today might last? It might go long. It might not go long because I'm actually delving into a category I have like a minuscule amount of information on. I only have a few animes that I've actually fully watched all the way through about this specific category. But I wanted to test it out. I needed a second hand for this one. So, for everyone who hasn't already read the title and is obviously here, Mas, the category for today is going to be sports anime. We're going to talk about them. We're going to do certain things about them. Whatever the fuck I decide is the reasoning behind it. But generally, if we had to start this off. Draco, do you have a favorite sports anime? If you say Hajime no Ippo, it doesn't count.
No, well, Hajime no Ippo is the one that'll always come up first, just because I like boxing. I think a second one. Well, let me be real. A lot of the sports animes that I do watch never get to finish. So I end up reading the manga and I go through the entire thing. I realize, fuck, they cut a lot of stuff. Then they could have been way better. But I think another one that I really like that's a bit older, I Shield 21,
I Show 21.
because
The hell is
it
that?
is an American football anime.
American football anime.
Yes, it is made by the same person who made Doctor Stone, actually.
How old is this? Because I've never heard of this show before.
I Shield 21, let me look it up for you.
No, 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 no,
But
no.
it
That's
is
that's
a
what
very
I'm here
solid
for. I have the outs to such evils. Wait, how do you
I
spell it?
Shield 21. I Shield together and then 21, like the
Wait,
numbers,
wait, wait.
not
Now you said I shield, like literally shield in
I
front.
Shield.
Oh
I
wow.
Shield. Yep.
Why did I write healed? I need to stop typing. Okay. Oh, so eye shield. Okay, 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 okay. Like the actual eyeball. What the fuck
It
is this?
uh-huh.
This looks like some massively old shit.
It is
Dude,
it is a much
2021.
older it is a much older manga and anime. The art in it gets the beginning art, I swear to God, looked, because he goes almost for a realistic one, but then he finds that like mix of cartoonish with realism, and it
Yeah, I'm
improves
seeing it.
massively.
Yeah, it's giving like old Ranma vibes. It's almost shit. It's actually giving more like The fuck is the name of that show I'm thinking about?
Its original run was July 23rd, 2002 to June 15th, 2009.
Yeah, it's giving like Zatch Bell art.
Right, like if you see chapter 1 to the last chapter, me, I shoot 21 chapter 1. Let me just send you like a link and you can look what chapter 1 looked like compared chapter to like one of the last chapters.
Really?
The art is stunning in the improvement. Animation wise, it has that older anime feeling of sports animes where it felt they used a lot of like repetitive animations,
Mm-hmm.
but I still enjoyed it. I liked the character growth. I liked how they do their version of gathering the teams. And I think what holds it all together is the captain, Hiruma. Yeah, Hiruma Yoriichi.
That name,
He
that's a
is the
name.
best character.
That is definitely a name.
Jinx, he is an amazing character because he's pretty much treated like the devil walking on Earth. He has a threat notebook. He seemingly has everybody in the country in that damn book.
That
Like if
sounds
the team ever
ridiculous.
needs anything, he pulls out that notebook and he's like, "Look at this embarrassing photo of you.
Uh huh.
You're gonna help us out, or you're gonna look the other way unless you want this everywhere." Oh my god, though, I love it.
Wait, hold on. Did you send the link already?
One sec. Come on
No, I'm trying to let
here.
chat see it. I want everybody. Everybody needs to see this phenomenal thing because it's just like, what the hell is this, and why is it not heard of very
You
often?
wouldn't think you wouldn't think it's. I feel like it wasn't heard of as much because it is a anime and manga based off an American sport in
Hmm.
during a time when sports animes they focus more on like the sports that are more popular in Japan. American football is very much still more of an American thing, but it has gotten very popular in Japan.
I
Where
bet.
the hell are you in my
Would you give it a like people should watch it? Like would you give it I don't know the word I'm looking for. I hate English. Would you recommend it? There it
what
is.
I would recommend watching it and when you get to where I sent you a link to like where you can at least see chapter 1.
Okay, okay.
But I would recommend watching it and then I'd even recommend reading it. Reading it, they do the whole thing of cutting out a bunch of stuff to reorganize it, but
Oh
if you are,
shit.
especially if you're a fan of the sport of American football, I feel like you would like it because it's like Hajime no
Oh.
Ippo in the sense that they will break down techniques, even though like it's over exaggerated as hell. They'll break down the techniques so that you understand what they're actually doing.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it right now. Like, I see that they got the running back, and they even put the stars, speed, power, etc., etc.
That dude with the blonde hair, that's Hiruma. He's the dude with the threat notebooks.
That doesn't make sense, though. What the hell do you do with threat notebooks? Like, it's not actual
Uh, ba-
powers in this, is it?
no, the threat notebook is pretty much if they need funds for their club, he threatens the principal of the school. That's how actually the club even survived. They didn't have enough members at first,
Okay,
so to keep it going, he pretty much just threatened the principal. You're not going to touch our club with the BS rules of oh you need this many members to keep it going.
that's actually
Kurita
crazy.
is my favorite though because he's the big idiot. He's like the lovable idiot that's also like the strong center.
Even though he
He
looks,
has the best
he is
catchphrase
definitely
to
an
me.
idiot. He has, oh damn, he has a
He,
lot of power. What the hell?
I think they say like a kilogram. It was like 300 kilograms is his bench or something.
Nah, his bench press is 160 kilograms. It might have
160,
increased
but
later on, but who knows? Well, you
I
should
know
know.
it reaches like almost 200 at one point.
Interesting.
I love it though because he has this one phrase, just "funnaraba," like that's his catchphrase
Uh huh.
when he's like trying to go all out. And there are points in the freaking manga and show where he is so motivated it infects the rest of the team, and they straight up just start copying him on that.
Wait, so how many episodes does the anime actually go into?
I think anime gets 100. 120 or 130 episodes.
Yeah, you're not seeing this. My eyes definitely just increased because I'm like, damn, fuck that man.
It did get to 100.
Okay, so damn, like how? Okay,
It
100 episodes type of shows. How is it not heard of very often? It's crazy.
uh it's like to me the reason this one isn't heard of a lot. Again, you're trying to hype up you're trying to feed a Japanese crowd an American sport, and take note, American football is only really as popularized in the US.
Oh no, that's a
It's
complete
getting
fact.
nowadays it's starting to get a bit more attention like it outside of the US, but it still doesn't have the it's not like soccer, bro, where at the major in Europe there are like 5, 6 major leagues. Then everyone still follows like the second leagues, third leagues, whatever. It it's only trapped into the US, so you would really be relying on like a US audience. But this did get popular enough to hit like fuck how many chapter numbers? Where'd I just put the phone down? I think it made it to almost 300 chapters.
And that's like in the manga specifically.
Yes,
Damn.
manga specifically almost like 300 chapters.
Yeah, that seems pretty good. And so, how did you find this anime?
I think it was when I first started getting into anime, I got bored and I was just like, "Oh, these kind I'm getting tired of like just the basic shonen anime
Hmm.
of battle like the battle anime basically." So I was like,
Ah,
"Screw it.
okay.
I know sports ones exist. I'll look at what if there's anything interesting for sports." And after Hajime no Ippo, like no Ippo was the first sports one. I think I found this one right after.
Hmm, not bad, not bad. I never actually seen the football animes
300
before. Shit,
332 chapters.
like 332 chapters. That's crazy. I actually might have to take this one a look because not knowing that there was a football one, because football it just so happens to be my favorite sport in terms of the sports. So not seeing an actual football anime before is just kind of crazy. Because
Personally, I
the main
recommend
ones.
reading it just cuz I like the art more. It I feel like you'd enjoy the art as well.
Oh no, I'm definitely I do love the art of the manga because I actually went when I was looking through the link just now. It did have some nice art. I definitely like the manga art style, for sure.
Here, I'm going to DM you just the I'm going to show you what the protagonist looked like at the start and then what he looks like by the end of it. I took a screenshot and I sent it to you right now.
Okay, okay, okay. Let's take a nice little gander. So this is the start. I'm assuming.
Yes, that is how he looks like right at the start. You see how he goes for a bit more of like a
Deku.
somewhat realistic? Yeah, right?
Like that's what I just got. I just looked at him immediately. It's like Deku.
And this is what you see on the
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He's not. But he's not the blonde hair, right?
no, that's not the blonde hair guy isn't the MC.
Okay. Shit, I was about to say he did not just turn into a Super Saiyan. So that's him basically at the top right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so he generally went from the kiddish fucking Deku skin, well, character to more of a Hitman Reborn looking character.
Right?
Okay, I see it. I see it. So that wait, how many episodes? Damn, how many? Damn, that says chapter 332. Yeah, that's crazy.
They
How long did it take
episode
him to get
wise
this?
set it they did their run lasted 7 years.
7 fucking years.
Manga wise it was 7 years.
That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
This show
Yeah,
went.
July
This show went
2002
places.
to June 2009.
Yeah, this
37
show has
volumes.
gone some places. Now,
It's
considering.
145 episodes by the way
So, if this
for
was
the
your
anime.
best, right? This is your best anime. What would you consider to be your worst sports anime that you potentially saw parts of?
I think the worst one, I haven't found too many that I didn't like.
Are you sure about that?
not many that have made it into anime. Like sports, I feel like sports ones specifically. If you're not good, you're not getting an anime.
Surprisingly, there are a few that are up
I
there that are just
I
not
feel
that
like one
great.
that was popular that I just didn't care for. Prince of Tennis.
Prince of Tennis was an interesting one. I actually the little bit of it I seen, I showed a little bit of interest to it, but there is obviously levels to that because of all the types of
Yeah,
anime that was out around that time. They easily like topple it. But I did definitely show interest in it, but yeah, like I said, it definitely
I
didn't
I feel
stick.
like that and like Ace of Diamond were kind of hit. Like I could watch a full episode, but my attention really only focused for a couple
Yeah, Ace of Diamonds. I think that
minutes
one
at
I
a
almost
time.
barely ever even looked at. Like at this point, I could barely remember it. Like I remember Prince of Tennis because the main character just was he was cool as shit.
They tried really hard to make baseball be interesting, and son of a bitch, for me, it didn't last. I know the Ace of Diamond is a very popular one because it got like I think 3 to 4 seasons.
They got decently far. I assume. Let me
Yeah,
see.
I
Prince of Tennis.
honestly, if you were to ask me which one I felt like was underrated,
Mm-hmm.
Hinomaru no Sumo or Hinomaru Sumo. There's not even a no in there.
So Hinamaru Sumo.
It's a very underrated, and it is and underrated because it's like
Wait a minute. Is it Inamaru or Hinomaru?
Hinomaru
Oh
H.
shit.
There's H in the front. Hinomaru Sumo.
Ah, I think I actually watched this. Yeah, I started this show.
I watched it.
I
Then
couldn't keep going.
this was one. This was actually an anime.
Yeah, there's an anime for it.
This was this was an anime that I actually watched the anime first and then read the manga.
Well,
Like
that
it's
tends
one
to happen
where
with like all of
it
them
was
though.
reversed because a a lot of things I actually for oh it sucks for a lot of the things that end up on Ooh Jump, which has been I've actually read before I watched.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm like, ugh, I struggle to watch again because I know they cut a lot of shit out and it makes me mad. Same for this show. There was actually two pretty much two tournaments that got cut.
Damn, how you cut out a whole tournament? That's just disrespectful.
Uh, uh the first tournament was a 3 person tournament where they get Hinomaru, the small dude in the center,
Mm-hmm.
like for that picture. Hinomaru, the captain to his right, and Gojo, the one with like white hair. They are the first 3 starting members of the club, and I guess in the spring tournament it's a 3 person tournament. We missed that tournament, and then we missed the second one, which was a newcomers tournament, which is for basically all the first years in high school sumo.
Well, fuck. That's interesting.
I think personally, I feel like the reason this didn't get a season 2,
Mm-hmm.
it's an issue where it's a sports anime where the start of it is stuck in the school life, and there's very little you can do while doing while working in the setting of a school. Because who the fuck wants to read a sports anime and have to deal with the classroom shit, right?
Yep, that generally usually fucks up the animes. Like when they're stuck in the school period for so long, there's only so much you can actually do with it. Like you can't really like make shit grander if it's still stuck in like the school era.
Yeah, that the where they fixed that mistake though, like into the second half of the manga, it's where we deal with him in the pro league, and holy shit, do they get to do just explore a lot more, especially emotionally.
Emotionally.
They, yes, because Hinomaru has a lot of issues, and they handled them fantastic. Like they handled it amazingly. Now that we're not trapped inside of a school.
Hmm. That's critical.
I would recommend this one as a read, if because the anime does get like restructure some stuff, and after reading it, I can understand where it kind of gets dropped
Wait,
pacing
so
wise.
you recommend it more as a read than actually watching
I recommend both.
it? Oh, so you just recommend the show
Personally, watch
personally?
personally watch it and then read it just so you don't it doesn't feel as weird. But
Shit. Nah, shit. I'm over here feeling like I'm the third wheel in this situation. Cause as far as the
okay, go for it.
anime list goes, don't ayo me. Don't you fucking ayo me. Nah, I'm meaning in the situation of knowing, like, basically sports anime. I'm like you threw out like two hidden gems almost immediately. Me personally, like my groups that I was almost looking into consisted of basically like Slam Dunk or Kuroko no Basket. Prince of Tennis was in that list, obviously. I wasn't thinking Ace of Diamonds
Oh,
because that one's just like a just kill that.
you also were you also ready to talk about Haikyuu?
We was gonna get up to that. We was getting there.
Like this is the messed up thing though, Jinx. Like every time this is the thing I like when I watch a sports anime at least.
Hmm.
If I really get interested into the sports anime, I actually go in to learn the sport, like a good amount of the sport, and then I enjoy the anime slash manga even more.
Exactly. If the anime that you're watching about a sport can't make you feel like you want to actually learn about the sport, then they're not
You have
doing their
failed,
job completely. They will have not been doing their job. If you don't get that sudden feeling like, yo, I kind of want to know if these are true or if this is some fake ass plays that people are making. Like, what the hell is going on here?
bro. This sumo anime had me so hyped. I went out of my way and I started watching a bunch of sumo tournaments,
That's
and I still
crazy.
follow some from time to time.
Wow. Okay, see that's a big one right there. That is a big fucking situation there. Cuz sumo is very that's like almost a cultural sport that's unheard of in these parts at least. In Japan,
Ac-
big culture.
Actually, actually, there is a like league here in the U.S.
The US actually has a sumo league.
Yes,
They don't deserve it.
they
They don't
are
deserve
they
it.
still lack a lot of what you'll see in Japan for authentic sumo, but they do their best with what they have.
That's actually insane. I did not think
You
that
you'd be
the
you'd be
US would
shocked
have
to
one.
see. Oh no, you'd be shocked to see how like these sumo wrestlers like in real life, they look so out of shape because they have to be heavy,
Yep.
but they're actually very healthy
Yeah, because you're it's
because
not only about a weight situation. You have to have like the literal muscle to back that up too. You have to have a
that
whole you have
that
to have muscle balance, stamina, like
that
this so
they
much.
work out for multiple hours.
Mhm.
They do like one big meal and then they take a nap. That's how they grow their body.
Yeah.
And everything they eat is very healthy. It's always like some meat, it's protein, vegetables, rice, stuff like that. It's not like they're eating junk food to get big. No, they're eating actually like very good meals that they cook themselves in the dojos.
Yep, but they make sure that it sits in them that way it can actually build in a specific way.
Uh-huh.
Cuz it's like you're trying to build up for armor and while also building for heaviness.
Oh my
It's
god.
such a
And they're
strange
like
situation.
because of how small their ring is,
Shit.
at the initial charge. So I know there was a Yokozuna who was a Mongolian wrestler. I think it was Asa Shoryu. At that initial charge, he was fast as fuck. Like he is a rocket.
Hmm. Some
Like the
motherfucking
speed he
calves.
covers in that distance, yeah.
He's fucking built.
If the person in front of him wasn't another sumo wrestler, he'd be running right through you every time.
That's crazy. So that motherfucker just don't skip leg day. He's just like, if you dare stand in front of me, just know you better stop me because I will probably
They're
push you out immediately.
Yeah, they're very like the one exercise they do the most consistently is called a shiko squat. It's where they you lift one leg up, you lean on the other, like you put all the weight you can on one leg,
Mm.
then you bring your leg down, you do a bit of a stomp. I don't Some people say either you go for speed or to like get good control and plant all that weight down into your leg. You squat and you go on to the next. They do about 300 stomps. That's why they have such strong legs.
Interesting. So, well, so that basically is the whole leg meme of the pick your leg up and stomp down the slamming. That's an actual workout instead of like just what they do.
Oh no, yeah, that is a workout. I do it from time to time, and it puts a burn on your legs, like especially on the thigh muscle.
Shit, I do it out of fucking jokes. I've
No,
never
if you
done it
do
as
it
an actual
if
workout.
you do it right, it is a very good workout. It works out the lower body, and it helps you like work out your
I
balance.
mean, of course, it's a good
It
workout. If you look at it like physically, it's like a flying squat.
hmm
It's generally a fucking flying squat, except you're using one leg at a time. Shit, and then you putting all that weight on one side, yeah, that could be crazy. I could see the cramps coming in already. I could feel them. They're flying. Now, let me think. So, as far okay,
they're
so
actually
so so
flexible
we've
too.
looked at like best and like well, our so far we've checked in on like what your best one was. My
hmm
personal best one, I would have to say, would be and in terms of sports, since I'm obviously just gonna dodge the obvious best one, because Hajime no Ippo just tops. Speaking of which, that also they just added their final season on Netflix as well too.
2 and 3.
Yep, they finally went up to the Rising.
Oh,
They
maybe I should force the rest of the team to watch it. I know
oh
they
no, you
they
should definitely
complained
force
about
that.
season one.
They
I know
definitely
they
need to
complained
finish it.
about season one's animation because it is an older animation,
Man, that
even though it
animation was
still holds up.
beautiful. It was
It still
beautiful.
holds up.
Like I don't I
I'll
could
make
never
them
say.
watch season 2 and 3. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, they make them fucking finish it because they deserve to finish that series. They need to see what our boy does to Eagle. They got to see it and understand.
The emotions behind that fight got me
Yo,
hyped, thinking I'm gonna go start a fist fight with someone.
yo, that's out of pocket. We don't need none of that. But yeah, like as far as like my favorite in terms of a sports anime, I think my favorite had to actually be Kuroko no Basket, and it was only because of basketball is like my favorite second sport next to football, and I didn't know there was a football anime. And then that show, the way that the main character is just how I play basketball. Like I'm literally invisible on the field. So when I watched it and I'm just sitting here like I can relate and it made me
He's just
relate
like
very
me
well.
for real.
Exactly. It's just like, "Oh, I'm a fucking ghost too. Nobody loves passing it, but when I'm there, I'm fucking there." And they cause the win on a regular basis. So
All right,
yeah.
Jinx. Quick question. I know it's outside of the. It's on the topic of sports, not an anime. But what do you feel about that whole Luka Doncic trade?
Wait, about what?
Luka being traded to the Lakers.
Luca being well, I don't pay attention to actual fucking basketball at this current time. I don't pay attention to them at all. To be fair.
Oh, man, that topic been thrown around everywhere because I guess Luka is a very important player to the Mavs and all that,
Hmm.
and the Mavs pretty much got robbed when it came to all the stuff they could have gotten for him. It was
Wait,
just
but how
hilarious.
did they allow him to just get robbed? Then were they not paying him enough? Or like, what's the deal with that?
It sounds like the GM who did the trade, isn't a big fan of Luka himself,
Wow.
and the guy that was negotiating for the Lakers pretty much gaslit the fuck out of him.
Hmm.
He traded AD a bunch of like a few first. They wanted multiple first round picks. He
Okay.
traded down a couple of those for like second or third round picks, and I don't know what else he traded for, but everyone's like, this deal is so lopsided. The Lakers got everything.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fucking bad because that's like basically trading Steph Curry for free. That's just
Yeah,
dumb.
that.
If you got somebody that actually pulls their weight on your team, you don't just trade them. Especially like if they're well known.
Oh, oh my god! I was seeing TikToks of like people, like Mav fans, going to the next game with like a freaking a coffin with Luca's jersey number on it.
That's
I
crazy.
was I was like, damn, they really did fuck up.
No, it sounds like it. Cause I mean, shit. I may not watch basketball, but and I may not know how the dude's stats is, but if it's something that people know about, it's going to be a big thing. Like I don't know how good Luca is specifically myself, but I don't know if
Uh,
it's a big thing to everybody. Then he clearly was good.
Basically, like the last superstar of the Mavs that came from the same country as Luca,
Hmm.
he pretty much passed the torch to him. He's like, "You're the next guy for this franchise." And apparently, the guy who owns the Mavs, well, previous owner, or I think he still holds stock, but he's just not like the main shareholder. He was like, I'd rather divorce my wife than ever trade him. And this
Really?
GM still traded him. No, what's worse is apparently the head coach for the Mavs didn't even know about it till the next day.
Wait, what the fuck? How the fuck? What? What? How?
Uh huh.
How the fuck would he
Because this
not
trade
know?
because this trade happened at like 11 p.m. and the GM didn't talk to him at all about it.
Then how did it even go through? You can't do. What the fuck? Like,
The
how do
head coach and
you?
the GM are two different things, and the GM is the one in the higher position.
But no fucking context of it. That's just crazy. You're literally asking for trouble at this point.
They did an interview. The head coach looked so pissed at everything the GM was saying.
I mean, shit, I would have been tight too. Like, motherfucker, what is you
He looked
doing?
like he was about to slap him right there. He was like, "You better shut the hell up before I start a fight."
No. Just
Uh,
no.
like that's what I'm saying. It's a bunch of shit like that that keeps coming out where you just sit there like, man, the left hand was not talking to the right at all during this.
Clearly fucking not, because that just sounds ridiculous. How do you not tell like what this motherfucker's the one training them. How are you just not gonna tell him about it? And you just yeah, that I don't even know how to
Oh,
I don't know how to explain that in proper words. How stupid that is.
bro, I think even worse. It was that the GM like brought it up to the current CEO, and the CEO was like, he thought he was joking. He was like, "That's a funny joke. No way this trade is gonna happen," and he still followed through with it.
You know what? We're getting off track again. Now, even though this is still about sports, it's not sports anime. So let's get back to
Man,
the
you can
sports
make it an
anime.
anime at this point.
You probably could, and they probably have, but we're not going to talk about it because that's not there and it's here. But no, here, okay. Now, where was I at? All right, I got a new question now. As far as sports anime goes, do you feel like they're at a point in this day and age where they can flourish with this current viewer with our current viewers? Do you think sports animes can still flourish?
Yes, but I feel like they struggle if they're not given the Kuroko no Basket level of animation off rip. Like if
Mm.
they're not given smooth animation, they'll struggle. Like Blue Lock recently, they were getting fucking eaten alive for this whole second season because of how they fucked up.
Yeah, I heard about that actually, because I haven't gotten to start watching my Blue Lock yet, because the other I have an extended list of anime that is just constantly being picked, so Blue Lock keeps falling behind them.